Okay. I'm going to do some vegetable and shrimp foil packets. These packets can be put in your oven. They can be put on your grill, or they can be put in your air fryer. So I'm going to just be doing them on a sheet pan in my oven. I'm going to get my asparagus ready first. And I don't even know if I'm going to be using all of this asparagus, but first thing you want to do when you get your asparagus is cut the woodsy part off. And that's usually like about to here. You don't want to cook asparagus without cutting this woodsy part off. I actually had a date like a couple years back, and the person was like, oh yeah, I made salmon, I made asparagus, I made this and that, and I was so excited. When I got to, when I was at his apartment, he laid the asparagus out. He hadn't cut the woodsy part off, and I was just looking like, oh gosh. So he didn't know. But yeah, you want to cut that woodsy part of the asparagus off, and then you just want to wash it off. I'm going to wash my cutting board because, don't you roll away from me. I've also got you want to wash the tips off and all of that. Okay? I've also got some zucchini and some carrots. So for these foil, I'm trying to figure out, do I want to leave them like this size or cut them? And I think I'm going to leave them this size so they're nice and clean. Let's put those to the side. I've got my zucchini. That has been washed off. I already washed that off. That's nice and clean. And I'm just going to cut my zucchini. You don't want it too thin because zucchini gets, and squash, as you know, gets done super fast. So cut it kind of thick, I would say. Not an inch, not quite an inch. Like that. Not too thin, but also not too thick. You want to put those to the side, separate. And time for my carrots. So, just going to peel my carrots. So my shrimp, the shrimp that I have for this are still kind of frozen, which is cool. Because, you know, like when my grandmother used to make these foil packets, and you'll hear me say a lot when my grandmother did this or that, because I grew up in the kitchen with her, and like I'm inspired by, this channel is actually inspired by her growing up with her, cooking with her, and watching her cook. Until she got too sick to not be able to cook. But you'll hear me talk about my grandmother a lot on a lot of vlogs. So if you don't want to hear about grandmothers or hear the mention of them, then this is not the vlog for you, channel for you. But anyway, so that's good. Put this in. Got a little trash thingy here. Look at that. Runaway piece of runaway asparagus. Alright, so carrots. I'm going to cut the carrots. Be very careful of your fingers. And you know what? You'll hear me say, you know, be careful of your fingers in certain vlogs, and people are like, well, who doesn't know how to be careful with their fingers? But I'm telling you, so many people lose fingers, you lose fingertips, and I'm talking about chefs, everybody, from just not being careful with, you know, people that are experienced cooks have lost fingertips and things like that just from, you know, chopping real fast or cutting real fast or just not really paying attention. And if you do it a lot, you don't really think about it. I can't tell you how many times I've almost injured my hands and fingers from, you know, just not being careful or talking like I am now, looking away. So just be careful. And excuse me, I'm cutting these like into kind of like matchstick pieces. Let's do this one. So kind of like matchstick pieces. You don't want them super thick because they're going to be cooking. They're not going to be cooking for a long time in the oven. And I've got raw shrimp, but you know shrimp does not take long at all. Zucchini does not take long at all. Asparagus, especially if you want it crisp, it's tender, will not take long at all. So I'm almost done with these carrots, y'all. And you know, I usually don't do chopping and cutting. Like, I'll have that done before, you know, I come back to the vlog, or already have it done when I start vlogging. But then I was like, you know, if you're a foodie, a diehard foodie, certain diehard foodies like to see things being, you know, chopped or cut. So this vlog's for you. But I usually don't, because I feel like, you know, it kind of, for me, kind of wastes a little time that I could be spent doing, you know, showing this or that. And my vlogs tend to not be short. So, trying to figure out, do I want more carrots? I think that's all the carrots that I'm going to be using for this. So, carrots go down there in my bowl. And put that to the side. Put all that to the side. So the foil packets. And as I do these, I think I'm going to get like kind of a close-up on them. So I'm going to do these packets. I have some raw shrimp. I ate half this bag, steamed them the other day. They're so good. And I've got like half the bag left, so that's what I'm going to use. But you could also use little chicken strips or chicken breast cut into bite-sized pieces, or diced up, cut into chunks, strips, you know, however you want them. You could also use some fish, salmon, trout, mahi-mahi, whatever kind of fish you have, you could use that as well. You could also do some smoked sausage with these foil packets. So I'm going to start doing them now. Let's see, 1, 2. And you know what? I should have done the 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully these will be big enough. I'm going to do 1 first here. And one thing I forgot, my butter. I'm going to be using a little tiny bit of butter in these foil packets. So, a little non-stick. The first foil packet that I'm making is going to be first foil packet that I make. Let's see, 1, 2, 2. I think I'm gonna do 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3. So 5 shrimp. So I should have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and I'm doing 4 of these. So I'm gonna do about 4 shrimp. I'm gonna lay my asparagus, my carrots. Put your zucchini on top. The shrimp can stay frozen because I'm not adding water to this. So, and I don't know how many of these I'm going to get. Let's see. I want to do an Asian, a lemon pepper, and a Mexican blend. I mean Mexican one. So, that's 3. So, I'm doing 3 of these. So I'm going to add another big shrimp there. Some more carrots, zucchini, some more asparagus, another piece of asparagus. And the first one that I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do that, let me lay down some onion powder, which I'm running out of. So I'm going to do Asian. So a little sesame oil. So for this one, I'm not going to be using any butter because I've used some sesame oil in it. So, and any type of Asian dry seasoning, Chinese 5 spice, or wet marinade you have. I happen to have some of this garlic teriyaki, so a little bit of that. Just gonna go in there. About that much. Let's see. Do a little more for the shrimp. And some cracked black pepper. If it'll come out. So some cracked black pepper. That one's done. And you know what? I think I need to make these a little bigger. The packet, the actual foil packet, a little bigger. So, there's one down. And my foil is a hot mess. It's like that particular thing of foil. Let me get my other foil. Every now and then I have someone who comes to visit and they use my foil and they mess my foil up so that it's not doing right. It's not, tearing right because it's tearing like halfway or part of the way and all that type of foolishness. So this one I'm going to do a Tex-Mex Mexican inspired. So those are just a couple little peppers that I found. And some of the shrimp. There's a carrot trying to get away. This last one is going to be garlic and herbs, so that one's going to have more. Alright, so some more shrimp down, and I have enough shrimp left for my garlic and herb. Do I want less shrimp on that? That's good. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to do a little cumin, which is basically your taco seasoning. So cumin goes down on there. Chipotle. I'm starting to love some daggone chipotle. And I ain't talking about the restaurant. I'm talking about the seasoning. Be kind of sort of generous, but don't go crazy with the chipotle because it's hot. Kind of spicy. A little onion powder. And I've got a little lime. You've got your nice clean hands that you're squeezing this lime juice on. And like I've said in some previous vlogs, one of your best kitchen tools are your clean, nice clean hands. Don't be scared to use your hands. Also a little lemon juice. It's going to go down on there. And little cracked black pepper, which doesn't want to come out right. A little cracked black pepper. Be careful with the cracked black pepper because you put that chipotle on there. This is going to be a little spicy. Last thing I'm going to add is a little butter. Not a lot. Just a little bit. So that's done. And I think I'm going to double wrap these. Make sure you've got them wrapped in really tight. This one right here, I need to do tighter. So make sure that they're completely covered in the foil, and make sure that they are wrapped very tightly. In fact, squeeze them so that you can wrap them tightly. And you may say they're not going to open right, but I'm telling you, these are going to open right. And plus, I'm a I'm going to be dumping mine on the plate, so I'm not eating it out of the foil. So this is the last one I'm doing, which is going to be a lemon, pepper, garlic. And you know what? Damn. I got some ginger, fresh ginger that I want to put in that Asian one. But you know what? This, what is it? Hoisin garlic teriyaki has some ginger in it. So that's cool. But if you have fresh ginger like I do, but you forgot about it, don't forget about it and put it inside your Asian foil packet. So, alright, so I'm going to do this lemon pepper. Got that salt-free garlic and herb. Forgot to put my shrimp in there. I could have more shrimp in here, but hey, I've used the rest of my bag of shrimp. Be generous with this because this is salt-free, so it's you cool putting this one. I'm going to put a little paprika. And onion powder, a little Lawry's lemon pepper. Be careful because the salt-free also has a lot of pepper. So just a sprinkle of that. And gonna squeeze some lemon juice on there. If you have some real lemon, you could also use that if you don't have the fresh lemon. So that's good to go. And I'm just going to do a dusting of seasoned salt, Lawry seasoned, just a little bit. But if you're doing completely salt-free, oh shit, look at that. That was open. Alright, so that top flew off. So let's get this off here because that's seasoned salt. Let's get that off. So I got most of it, but that top flew off of there. Alright, so alright, that's enough salt. In fact, let me mix the shrimp over here on this side. Doesn't that look good? Can't tell you how many times tops have flown off things. And little butter, lemon butter. So that's all the butter I put on there. Look at that. Nice and healthy, delicious, nutritious, and easy. Tell me you can't do this on a busy weeknight. Who isn't busy? Doing 10,000 things. And you can even prep your vegetables beforehand. So, and prep these beforehand. You can do all of these beforehand and leave them in your fridge and cook them the next day. Or, you know, I'm telling you, I'm committed to this channel. I'm committed to things that people can actually make, you know, fast. Or in a crock pot or an air fryer. But that are not going to take you all day long in the kitchen, especially little quick weeknight meals like this. This is not going to, like I said, you can even do these ahead of time. So these are ready. So I've got, like I said, make sure they are tightly, you know, and I could have done my foil a little bit better than that, but like I said, hey, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm in my kitchen just a home cook. But my foil packets are kind of like doubled. They're tight. They're going to like really steam in there. The shrimp are frozen. So you're not going to have to worry about any, you know, liquid as they steam. If your shrimp are not frozen, then add an ice cube or two. Okay? But with that juice and stuff like that from the lemon and the lime and all that, it's cool like this. So I'm going to preheat my oven to 375 degrees, and I'm going to pop these in my oven, 375 degree oven for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to take them out about 20 minutes on 375, and then I'm going to crank my oven up to 425. And I'm going to do 5 minutes on 425. So 20 minutes on 375, 5 minutes on 425. And then I'm going to take them out and I'm going to show you these babies. They're going to be so nice and delicious and beautiful, gorgeous, healthy, nutritious, tasty. You can add, no salt if you're doing no salt lifestyle. Or like me, reduce salt just a little bit. It's up to you. The Mexican inspired one, I did not put any salt on at all. So I can always just add a little fairy dust of salt once it comes out. The Asian one had the marinade, that's got salt in it. I put some on the lemon pepper, and then I had that mishap with the seasoned salt and had to hurry up and take the rest of that seasoned salt that has spilt excess off. But the Mexican one, I did not put any salt on. So when that comes out, I will taste it. I did the chipotle and the cumin and all that. But if you have taco seasoning for the Mexican one, use the taco seasoning. That will provide you with enough sodium or salt if you need it, seasoned with salt. So I'm getting ready to pop these in the oven, preheat my oven. My oven is preheating. And once it gets to 375, I'm going to pop them in. It's going to be so delicious. So delicious. Yum. I can't wait. And I'm going to make a little bit of rice, or find some rice in my, I might have some in my freezer. I'm not sure, because I want a little teeny smidgen of rice with the Asian one. I want that. But if you're doing, like keto, this is perfect for keto, because it's just the vegetables and the shrimp, and you can use chicken, whatever kind of meat, salmon, whatever kind of fish, whatever you want. But yeah, all right, y'all, real quick before, when I said that I did not put any seasoned salt or salt on the Mexican one, what I call the Tex-Mex one. That's because, and I just looked as soon as I got them ready for the oven, and I had not put them in the oven yet. I had the salsa for this one, and I had forgotten. So that's why I didn't put any salt on it. I was wondering how I forgot. And then when I was starting to, after my oven beeped and I was getting ready to put this in, I was like, why did I not put salt on that? Because I had salsa for this. And salsa has plenty of salt in it already. So that one has salsa. And I'm glad I remembered before I got it in the oven. And I'm also glad I remembered that the middle one was the Mexican inspired one. So, all right. All right, I'm taking these foil packets out of my oven. And 2 of them dripped a little bit, but that's cool because I have my trusty foil. That's why you always want to have foil on top of your sheet pan or whatever it is, because then when something, overflows or drips a little. God, I hate that microwave. So let's try. Let's see. Let's do. Make sure you guys have a good shot. Let's do. This. Oh, look at that. That is the lemon and herb one. And as you can see, look at that. The zucchini is not overcooked. The shrimp are still tender but firm. The asparagus is nice and firm. I want you to get a nice close-up look. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's look at the Mexican one. OMG. OMG. That's all I can say. Whoop. There it is. Carrot is nice and tender. Asparagus is nice and crisp, tender. Shrimp is nice and tender, not overcooked. Let's do this last one, which is the Asian one. And there's that sauce. You can smell Asian seasoning. You see the liquid down there like that? I'm going to put just a little teeny bit more of that teriyaki on there. Just a little bit to mix them with this gravy that's down here. But look at that. That is so nice. And I'm going to take my tripod off of my camera, off my tripod, to do a close in on these delicious, beautiful, awesome foil packets. Alright, y'all, here come them foil, that shrimp, veggie, foil packets. Gorgeous, healthy, nutritious, keto-friendly, gluten-free. I don't know what else to say about it. And delicious. You can put as much salt, or you can put salt on it, season with salt, or you can make these salt-free. That's how tasty they are, because you're using, cumin and chipotle and stuff like that. You can use as little as much seasoning as you like. Customize these however you want. You could even have made a marinara one instead of salsa with this one, and not use Mexican seasoning, use Italian seasoning. You can do this with chicken. I'm telling you, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do some more of these. I'm going to do some more of these foil packets. They got that lemon and herb with that fresh lemon wedge. Look at that. Look at that Mexican-inspired one. Look at that. Look at how the salsa. Oh my goodness. Look at the salsa on the shrimp. Look at that lime. Imagine that fresh lime juice. Look at the asparagus laying there nice and sexy. Look at the what you call it? Not asparagus. You know what I'm talking about. Right there. Zucchini. Look at that. Tell me you don't want to eat that right now. And look at the juices right there. I'm going to come back for that juice. And this is that Asian one. Look at the juice. This is that Asian one. All the vegetables nice and tender. And the shrimp is nice and tender. Everything is done, but it's not too done. It's not overcooked. And I'm going to give you the amount of time I did for these. The exact amount of time I did for these jokers. You can't see it. But I'm going to lift this. Look at this. I'm going to show this juice. You see it? You see that juice? Juicy! That is lemon, herb, juice, garlic, and lemon. Look at that. Oh my goodness. This one has juice as well. You got that salsa, some of it that's thick at the top with the tomato. And look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. And you saw the juice on this Asian one. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Listen. You can, just have these on their own. This is a meal on its own. And you can make, 4 of these, have 2 for one day, save 2 for the next day. It's a complete meal, for one person. 1 packet is enough for 1 person. But you can also, have a little bit of rice or a little bit of pasta, a little teeny bit. As a diabetic, I will have pasta and rice, but just a little bit. And when I plate these up, you'll see, when I show the different variations, you'll see just how little rice and pasta I do. But, sometimes when I've made these foil packets, I just have the shrimp and the vegetable. That's enough. I don't do any type of pasta, any type of rice, nothing. Just these on their own are perfect. And you don't have to do anything more to them. You don't have to add anything else to them. The only thing that you might want to do is, season them to your taste. Add whatever seasonings you want. Like I said, you can add whatever type of seasonings, marinade, whatever you like. You can even add a little bit of wine, white cooking wine or something like that. Hey. So, y'all, I'm getting ready to take a quick shower, take my trash out, take a quick shower, sit down, relax, and get some of this food into my mouth. I haven't decided which one I'm going to eat first, which one I want for tonight, but then I have dinner for 2 other nights. So, imagine fixing this for your date, for Mother's Day, for Father's Day, for Grandparents' Day, for putting these on the grill. The next time I do these, they're gonna be on that grill, that charcoal grill, and it's gonna be different meats and different veggies. But imagine these on the grill. Imagine these for your date, at home. Imagine these for quick weeknight meal. You are trying to eat better. You are trying to eat healthier. You are doing keto diet, keto lifestyle. The only thing that you probably would omit is the carrots for keto, because carrots have some sweetness to them. But the zucchini and the asparagus and the shrimp should be good to go for keto. Also gluten-free. Anyway, I hope everybody is doing okay and continues to do okay. Be blessed. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, receiving my notifications. Thank you for taking your time to watch, and thank you for being a friend. I always say it. Thank you for being a friend. And move your body, get your body moving. Love yourself, like yourself. Reduce your sodium, reduce your sugar, reduce your fats. Take care of your body. Indulge and treat yourself. But y'all can't be eating that fast food every day.